weekend. We had a wonderful event. I know that everyone was super excited. We have people all over the place, all over the country, and also from Canada and from other places. So we're super excited to be sharing with you guys the vision of AAO, and especially on our first event that we had. And obviously it's going to be the first of a lot of them. We're super excited for that. Of course, we're going to be in Peru promptly. I think it's going to be December 8th. I don't want to say dates. I think I already said it. Sorry about that. But Peru, get ready, because we're going to go ahead and crank it. We have a lot of things going on right now in Latin America, and obviously also in US and Canada and other countries. But guys, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for everything that you guys do. We appreciate you. And I just want to say congratulations to the 25 top earners. So I want to go ahead and say some names. Excuse me if I don't pronounce your name correctly, but you have to understand that English is my second language, and I'm trying my best, okay? There you go, Jake Berkey. We have Mike controlling. We have Kevin Goldberg. We have Jordan Wright. We have Brenda Geiger. We have Brett Susan. We have Ron Perret. We have Ramar Enterprises. Lon Lindsay, Gary Thompson, Laurie West Benson, Danetta Haynes, Michelle Van Eden. We have Galen Garber, End of the Run Mission. I like that name. Stacy Johnson, David Butler, Soledad Macari, Leslie Ford, which I know that she's super excited. We saw a post on Facebook on Leslie. We have Roland Hutchinson. We have Charles and Hope McKay, Lisa Chody. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Excuse me, Lisa. And Jerry Stewart. Congratulations to the top all-time income earners for AAO. These are the first 25. Of course, this list is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're super excited for that, guys. So let's now go ahead and now give the time to our co-founder, Dan Putnam, because I know that everyone is super excited for the news that we have. I know that we have a lot of programs that finally are getting into. We have been working behind the scenes on a lot of things that we know that now is the time to go ahead and now portray all this wonderful vision that is AAO and live without limits. So Dan Putnam, the floor is yours, my friend. You can go ahead and take it from here.
Thank you so much, JC. You can hear me okay? Thumbs up?
Travis, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, good. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Again, we're so excited about this. That with Against All Odds, the whole concept is really just kind of a vision that I kind of created over the last 30 years. It's not anything that just came overnight or instantly. It's really just a whole lot of learning, a whole lot of, I always say, you guys have all probably heard me say it many times, one of my favorite sayings, I win or I learn. And over the last 30 years, I've had a bunch of experiences that I would say were wins, some very big wins, and a whole lot of learning. And so our goal has been, what I want to do is take everything that I've learned over the last 30 years and talking all the time with Travis and JC. And JC's office is right next to mine, so I see him pretty much every single day. We're usually even together on the weekends. I've known Travis for probably about a decade. We've traveled the entire world together. So I've had so many conversations with these guys about what I'm excited about, what I want to do, what my goals are, what the visions are, and I've heard their visions and what their goals are, and I've always just kind of felt an alignment. There's some people in the industry that I'm great friends with, but our visions aren't exactly the same. It's kind of like this is how they build, this is how I build. I'm open to 1,000 different ways to build. There's not just one. But I am pretty partial to what I've had the most success with and what I've seen people have success with, and really seen people in the industry struggle so much more than I think they should. And so we've really been kind of on this mission to create something that creates more success than has ever been created in any company, whether it is network marketing, not network marketing, whatever it is. We really want to help take people from, if you were going to imagine where you are right now, where your dream life is, what we feel AAO is a roadmap to connect those dots. And we're super excited about the direction that we're headed. Again, we took our first order August 24th. So if we figure out when that was, it was a little over 2 months ago. So during that time, we've had some wins, and we've also had a lot of learning. And now with talking with the founders and everything like that, we're kind of taking what we've learned over those next couple months and making the decision of what we want to do for the rest of this year to really put us in a situation for 2023 to start to have that massive success, to start to put AAO and the Active Greens product on the map. And just like JC said, to get all of the people, making the type of money that they're looking for and providing that opportunity. So I'm just going to be kind of quick. This is an update call. And the purpose of this call is to go over kind of what we see happening over the next couple months that's going to set us up for success in 2023. So we're working very hard right now on a new website. Not that our current website doesn't function and doesn't work and already hasn't done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. It's already doing that. But it's not the exact message that we want to get across. So we're working on a new website. I don't have an exact release date on that, but the plan is to release it for sure this month. We'll be giving some more information on that, and Travis might have a little bit more information on that also. We have the design. The people that were in Park City on Saturday saw the new design. I think it was unanimous that they liked the direction that it's going in. But we want to change just a little bit on what we're doing as far as the testimonials, the message that we're getting across, get a lot more user-generated content. So a lot more of our influencers, telling their 5-second testimonial from their home all over the world. Again, we have distributors right now in Canada, the U.S., Mexico, Costa Rica, Australia, New Zealand, Peru, Colombia, UK, again, and many, many other places will be coming on and over the next, months and years down the road. But we want to change just a little bit of what we're putting on the content, but the actual look and feel and design and the direction we're heading is kind of what we're going with. But at the same time, we are going to be making some I guess changes. I guess there's not really another word that I can think of to go over and how we're presenting the opportunity. You'll see this starting on Monday, back to our normal corporate opportunity calls. I know we have many leaders that are doing several calls per week, but opportunity, we've just been doing Monday night opportunity calls at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain. We are going to be starting those back up on Monday. We will be sending the links through email, through our Facebook group, Telegram group, but also we're setting up to where you can just go to AAOlive.com, AAOlive.com. You'll be able to use that to go to our live webinars. Monday, 7 p.m. We're not changing any of the concepts of what we're doing. So, but you will see a new PowerPoint presentation, basically kind of a new presentation that we're going to be moving forward with. And hey, we win or we learn. We may learn some things on this, and that can change up a little bit in the future also. We're always going to be doing listening to the field, listening to the leaders, and really listening to the volume, see what is converting, and continue to make improvements on that. So we will be having a presentation on Monday, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern, AAOlive.com. We also launched our first version, so version 1.0 of the 5 non-negotiables app. We're super excited about that, because what we're creating with Against All Odds is a community 100% around helping people reach their goals, a community of success, helping people get as healthy as they possibly can, helping people control their time, control their finances, improve their mindset, improve everything that they possibly can, that they want to, about themselves and the personal development. Accountability as a team. Accountability is one of the missing pieces of success in general. I know that Travis has spent a whole bunch of time, talking things over with Tommy and Marty and things like that, and really saying, what creates success? What really is it? And as a group, we basically said it really comes down to your mentality. It comes down to your mental strength. I've said, I can't even tell you how many times I've literally said this. The only difference that I think between myself and a lot of other people that haven't had the same success that I've had in building a home-based business is not that I'm better at anything than anybody else. It's literally, I think most people would have quit when I didn't quit. I honestly think if I was going to break it down to one thing, obviously putting in, a lot of work and stuff like that, but very little success. I think very few people would have worked as hard as I did for as long as I did with the tiny bit of success that I was having and truly just having that belief that I don't know how it's going to work, but I just figured that I'm going to continue to work and it's going to work itself out. And what I've learned over doing that is that takes a certain mindset. And we really feel like success is probably more mindset than anything else. Now, don't get me wrong. Setting your mind to something and not doing the actions, you're not going to get the results. But also doing the actions and giving up on yourself all of the time also is not going to get the results. So we want to really take of what I've learned with building groups of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people doing literally billions of dollars of sales. What JC has done, if I look at, again, I got started in February of 1993 in network marketing. So this February, 2023, that will be 30 years. And I really have not done much since then. I've studied the industry. I've focused on the industry. I've been very impressed with probably about 3 or 4 launches. So 3 or 4 launches in that entire 30 years that I've been like, that was impressive. And Travis was part of some of those launches personally as a high-level corporate team on the marketing team. JC was part of one of the other ones that I really saw that I saw something go to the masses all over the world and go from small to hundreds of millions of dollars very fast. And so JC's had that experience. And he's also worked with some companies out of Brazil that are, again, some of those billion-dollar companies and seen what they've done. And again, Travis, several companies that are some of the fastest growing companies in the history of the world, going from 0 to $1 billion in cumulative sales, faster than Amazon, faster than, Microsoft, faster than FedEx and all these big companies. They've been part of that. And I've been in the field and growing and not doing anything that fast. But they've seen what it takes corporately to do it. I've seen what it takes mentally as a distributor in order to succeed. And we want to put all of that together. So everybody working together on these 5 non-negotiables, the app is live. Again, we're going to be making, version 2.0 and 3.0 and probably in a year from now, we'll kind of laugh at the first one, just kind of like I see like an Atari game right now or something like that. And I'm like, man, I can't believe that I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Or even I see a Nintendo and I can't believe that I thought that Nintendo was the coolest thing in the world. Or the first iPhone, how incredible that was. And now you have the iPhone 14 and you know what I mean? I think our next apps and stuff like that will be cooler. But I truly believe that if people commit to these 5 non-negotiables in their life, your life is going to improve regardless of what happens with against all odds. And that's our number one goal. Our number one goal is to help people improve their life, help people get from where they are to where they want to be. And we think that we can do that because we've been there. We've had those doubts. We've had those concerns. We still have those doubts. We still have those concerns. We don't know, everything, but what we do know is things that what we're going to focus on and what we're going to teach, I know 100% without question work. I literally, you can't just do like 100% guarantee on anything because we don't even know what's going to happen 1 minute from now. But I have never seen it happen in 30 years. People that follow what we're going to teach every single person not create a 6 or 7 figure income within 2 to 3 years. I've not seen one person do it. Now, again, I've seen thousands of people not have that success, but they didn't have that mindset. They didn't keep doing it. After it not working for 30 or 60 days, they gave up. They gave up on their dreams, or they gave up on this being the vehicle to allow them to get to their dreams. What I want people to have confidence in is that we're going to keep this ship going with the experience that we've had and the companies that we've built and everything, that you can be confident that this company is going to be here 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years from now. So you have the time in order to make it happen. And we're going to give you everything that you need to make that happen. And so with that being said, new opportunity presentation on this Monday, 7 p.m. We're working on, and I hope that we have it done next week, maybe done next week, but it'll definitely be done the week after, if not, a brand new qualified influencer training and a brand new area training. So we're going to be working, I don't have the exact time right now, probably by tomorrow I will have a time, but we are going to allow every single qualified influencer to retake the training, and we will set it up that you can take it as often as you want. So when you pay for it, that's going to give you unlimited times that you can attend the training. Now, I want to be very clear. Trainers, you're only going to get paid on the first time that somebody attends. So if you offer a training, you need to realize that some people can attend that training that have already been trained, and you're not going to get paid on it. But here's what I want you to understand. You're going to learn from that process of training probably much more than the money is going to be. So it's still going to be a great experience. It's going to be a learning experience. Where was Kevin on the list? Kevin Goldberg. Was he number 3 on the list or number 2 on the list? Doesn't matter. He was somewhere on that list in the top 3 or the top 4. Maybe number 3
then.
Kevin was in the office the other day, and he told me that he did, I don't know if it was his first qualified influencer training, but just like a week ago. Again, I don't know if it was his first training, but it was a training that he did. And he told me that after doing that training, he felt like he learned more there than pretty much any other thing that he's done in the company. And so we want every single person to win. We've had a lot of people that said, man, I liked the training, but I didn't feel like I got everything in that 2 hours or hour and a half or whatever that took. It would be great if I could go over it again. Now, obviously, we pay people to train. We can't pay people to train the same people over and over and over when no more money came in. But I want all of the people that make the decision to become area trainers and are now qualified to get paid on training qualified influencers, that you realize all of your people on your team can get trained as many times as it takes for it to finally click and for them to have the success that they're after. The dividends that it's going to pay are going to be far more than what you can make on that training. And again, every new person that hasn't been trained, you're going to get paid. So I want to be very clear on that. We can't allow people to take the training multiple times and still pay on that unless we're charging them multiple times for that training. So we're also updating the area training. So we're going to have a brand new qualified influencer training, a brand new area training, and that area training, every single person that has, again, already gone through area training, we're going to recommend that you go through the area training again because the content is going to be different. The current content is fantastic. The current content is relevant. So if you're doing qualified influencer trainings on the previous, that's okay. We're not recommending it because we are training on some new things that aren't in the current training. But again, you guys already did the qualified influencer training. You already did the area training. You have that information. It's all relevant. We're not changing, anything like that. But we are going to highly recommend that all area trainers retake the area training and start training on the new qualified influencer training. So I hope that we get that mostly done next week and start doing more qualified influencer trainings and area trainings. And those will be things that we have going on all the time. And again, our goal isn't for myself, Travis, and JC to be doing all these trainings. We're going to do them to get it kicked off. And then you're going to be doing the trainings and learning from them and everything like that. And remember, I recommend every single person eventually to become an influencer pro. Not even if you never want to train anybody, I recommend you becoming an influencer pro, because having all of the information that you get to actually learn how to train somebody is like the qualified influencer training and listening to it is kind of like a college 101 course. And then actually getting all of the knowledge that you need to actually train that course is like a PhD type course. It's even more than, I didn't get a PhD, so I got my bachelor's degree. The top classes I took were 401. I don't know what they have for masters and PhDs. Maybe it's 501, 601. I don't know, but it's like the highest level when you actually get all the information that you need to train it. And we're also putting in a lot more of the personal development training into that area training also than what the qualified influencers will have. But you also need to understand that by becoming an area trainer, not only does that give you the ability to get paid on people that you personally train, it also gives you the ability to get paid on everybody on your team that gets trained. So as a qualified influencer, you cannot earn money to train people, but you also cannot earn money on people in your organization that get trained. So you don't have to start that way. I recommend starting that way just so that you can get all of the information right from the beginning that you possibly can, but you don't have to start that way. We have people can start at influencer for $49. They can spend the $347 to upgrade to qualified influencer, and then they can spend the $300 to upgrade to influencer pro. Obviously, we'll always have those. Couple other things. Let's see what time it is. I don't want to take too much more time before I turn it over to Travis, but the 5 non-negotiables app is live. With that, we're putting together a book club that us as a corporate team and as founders, we're going to be on the same page reading the same book every month. I already picked the one for December. Atomic Habits is the one for November, and we're going to be doing it. Travis is going to be hosting calls, talking about it. We're going to have a Facebook group. I'll let him discuss a little bit more about that because that's kind of his baby. And I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to be reading a lot of books. I'll be listening to them. I am not a reader. Travis loves to read books, and I think it's a great thing to do. But personal development, you don't have to follow this as your 5 non-negotiables, but we're making it so easy that if you want to, what we feel just the basis that's in there right now, you can change your own non-negotiables. But we put some in there because we don't want anybody to be thinking, I don't know what my non-negotiables are, and just not doing it. So we have default non-negotiables. You can upgrade them as you want, but we're trying to get people that really want to, follow and focus and be part of a culture of winning to do the same things and hear the feedback from all of the, influencers and stuff that we have all over the world, and what they're taking from this chapter in this book and how they're implementing it into leveling up their lives. And so I believe that I'll let Travis talk about the 5 non-negotiables because I don't know everything that is there. I know that we're doing a book of the month. I know we're putting a Facebook group together for that. We may be putting a Facebook group together also for the 5 non-negotiables. I'll let him talk about it. But here's another thing that we're doing that I'm super excited about. I don't have the exact day that we're launching. So what I'm going to say right now, because I did get that it will be by then, and maybe we'll just do it at this time, which would be Black Friday, something to look forward to. But 3 things that I'll talk about by Black Friday. So that would be the latest. We might launch them before, but the latest would be Black Friday. That is going to be the app for building your business. The app for building your business is basically going to give you all the directions, everything to do. Is going to be, trained on in as much detail as you can see something on the qualified influencer training, so people know exactly, how it works, how to use it, how to create a business plan. And again, it is super, super cool. I believe that every single person, if you just follow what's in the app and the training that we give, and then you make the commitment of the non-negotiable that you're going to, follow through this and the consistency, I cannot see somebody not having massive success and against all odds. I really do not think it's possible to use the tools and the training that we're providing and not have success. And if that does happen to anybody, I guarantee you we can troubleshoot it and correct it, because I know without question that this stuff works and it works great. So the app coming out, the new website coming out, a customer plan, and let me think of the best words for this. My mind is not as sharp as it should be tonight for some reason, but basically we're putting together a plan, and let me explain how it's going to work. This will be with the Try Active Greens website. So the Try Active Greens website's not live right now. For sure it'll be live by Black Friday, possibly sooner. But this is all what I'm talking about now is going to be associated with the Try Active Greens. So Try Active Greens is what we use as influencers and above to get customers. It's the only option. Customer is the only option on Try Active Greens. But it's also the website that will be replicated for customers. So customers that purchase through Try Active Greens or through AAOWW.com, they will get a replicated Try Active Greens site with their own back office. Now, the back office is not going to be like our influencer back office. It's not going to have a tree view. It's not going to have the e-wallet. It's not going to have all of those things. It is going to have where they can earn credits. It is going to have some information on the product. We might put some training videos on the product there. And then it's also going to have where they can purchase product with their credits. But with this customer acquisition program that we're putting together, we're going to have, I'll just call them coupon codes. As an influencer, you're going to get 10 coupon codes every single month with your auto ship. Now, as a qualified influencer, you're going to get 50. And as an influencer pro, you're going to get 100. Now, here's how these work. You literally will go into your back office under My Coupon Codes. You will generate a code. You have the ability that now you have that code, you can give it to somebody any way that you give it to anybody. You can send them a direct message on social media. You can text it. You can email it. Or we will have cards that you can print out with this code on the card. So you'll be able to print the code, but again, it's only one code. So you will get 10 as an influencer, 50 as a qualified influencer, 100 as an influencer pro. These are going to be 25% off on their first order. Now, just so you know, customers can order from 1 bag to 6 bags. You're going to get 25% off on the first order, maximum of 6 bags. We are going to pay full commissions. And what I mean by full commissions, we're going to pay the full 50% on the full price of the product. So let me give you an example. I give out a coupon code to somebody on their first purchase. They purchase a $60 bag of Active Greens. They don't purchase the subscription. So 50 or 25% off of that is 45. I'm not going to make 50% of the 45. I'm going to make 50% of the 60. So I'm going to give somebody a 25% off discount, and I'm still going to make $30 in commissions. Now, if they go for the subscription, and that's $50, they're going to get $12.50 off, so it's going to be $37.50. I'm not going to get 50% off of the 37 or 50% bonus of the $37.50. I'm going to get it of the 50, so I'm going to get $25. And so if you look at the value that we're adding to the qualified influencer package, that's literally minimum $750 in value because you're getting the full commissions. Now, we want to train people on the best way to give these codes out so that somebody purchases them. I was talking to our programmers, and they were talking about Twitch and some other things. And what's popular to get people to take action is some people that might have a new video game or something out, and they'll give 10, there could be 1,000 people watching, and they'll give 10 coupon codes for a free game. But it's only for the first 10 that grab that code and make a purchase. Now, if there's 1,000 people watching, those are probably going to be gone before I purchase unless it's in 1 second. Now, you can give it to one person and hope that that one person makes the purchase. So I could say, hey, Travis, if you will purchase right now, I will give you a 25% off code. Now I give him the code, he makes the purchase. I just made he got $15 off and I still got more money. So if you look at that, $45, if I got 50% of that, it would be what, $22.50. So I'm getting $7.50 extra, and Travis is saving $15. So it's a win-win for both of us. Now, another way I could use that, we will have pre-made cards that will say print the code. Let's say you want to do 10 copies of that. And we can even have cards that would say 10, 50, 100. And so here's the concept. I give out 10 of those cards, and on the card, it would say, I gave out 10 of these cards. The first one to purchase will get 25% off. Or I gave out 100 of these cards. The first one to purchase will get 25% off. So it is one code. It's not a code that I give out 1,000 times and 1,000 people get 25% off. That's not how it works. We want to give you a bunch of different strategies. In the training, we'll give you a bunch of different strategies. So getting started as a qualified influencer or an influencer pro is going to give you much more codes to get your business kickstarted faster. And we're going to give you a bunch of training on different ways that you can use those codes to go out and get customers. And again, the only way that every single influencer in this company can get into profit is through customers. It is not possible for everybody to profit through the compensation plan because it takes, X number of people to profit. Everybody can profit through time, but not everybody can profit at the same time other than customers. And that's why we put together the strongest customer plan in the entire network marketing industry. When we pay 50% real time into your e-wallet, we're not only paying the 50%. And when that's on the actual dollar, now all of a sudden, we're paying 50% on the retail price and giving them 25% off. Again, this is for one purpose. This is to get our influencers in profit, because if our influencers are in profit, they're going to order every month. Our goal is to create the best duplication and retention model ever created, and to create the strongest, best trained sales force, influencer force, whatever you want to call it, ever created in the network marketing industry. Fortunate for us, it's not that difficult. Most of the retail plans are pathetic, and most of the companies have no training that really is relevant. Most of them are going to third-party people that definitely don't have your best interest in building. Again, if this was a live event or not a webinar, so I just want you to think this. Obviously, nobody's going to answer it. Who's been to an Eric Warre GoPro event? We have hundreds of people on this call right now. Guaranteed 10, 20, 30 people have been to one. How many of you have been pitched on other companies going to those? Probably all of you. So some people go to these events just to try and sign up other networkers or meet other networkers to bring into their company. 0 of those have your best interest at heart. Every single training that we do inside of AAO, 100% is your best interest at heart. It's 100% for you to be as successful as you possibly can be. You're being trained specifically on how to build against all odds. You're being trained specifically on active greens. You're being trained specifically on our compensation plan. You're being trained specifically on our customer acquisition plan. You're being trained specifically on everything that we do in this company to create success. And then we're putting together some of the best personal development out there also. That's never going to happen listening to Ray Higdon, listening to Eric Warre, listening to Danny Johnson, listening to all these other people. Are they good trainers? Of course, they're some of the best. But it makes much more sense to have your training done inside of the company, and we're paying you to do that training because we feel that it's that important. If we gave all this training for free, it wouldn't be used. We're not giving it for free, and we're paying you in order to do the training. And again, it is going to make some big differences. So again, with the Triactive Green site, we're launching this customer acquisition program. The latest would be Black Friday. Could be sooner. We don't know all of the exact dates on that. Also, as a qualified influencer, that there's been some worries and some confusion. I want to clear some things up. If I get started for $50 and I enroll 10 people that all get started for $50, and then I upgrade for $397 or $347 for a qualified influencer, and then my team starts to do that. Right now, all of those people will count as qualified sales as long as you upgrade at $397 before they upgrade at $397. They'll be qualified to help you become area influencer. But once you become area influencer, Everything from that point on is new sales. So everything that happened before you hit area influencer does not count after you hit area influencer. Area influencer is a brand new team. The reason for that is through our leadership. Qualified influencer is all about leadership. So area influencer, regional influencer, national influencer, international influencer, those are the leaders in the company. And so we want those leaders to keep on pushing. And each one of them, you have to develop more leaders to go more. Then you have to start again and more leaders to go more. And then you have to go again, more leaders to go more. What does that do in a 3x10 matrix? All the leaders are motivated to keep on bringing 3, and not just 3 people that come in. 3 qualified influencers, and at least one of 12 has to be an area trainer. Why is that important? Why are we doing that? Why is that what our company is all about? Because every single one of those qualified influencers is going to go through some phenomenal training of exactly everything that you want to know about Active Greens, everything that you want to know about the back office, everything that you want to know about our compensation plan, and then how to build a plan, what that plan should look like, what to send out, who to send it out to, how to get the best use of these coupon codes every single month, how to explode your business. So just think of that. If I'm just an influencer for $49.95 and I never upgrade, but my upline and downline and all of these people are moving through qualified influencer, area influencer, regional influencer, all these people that are going into my organization, because it's all teamwork, they're being trained. They're being trained to train, and they're being motivated to continue to bring on more people that are going to be trained and more people that are going to be trainers and level up and level up and level up and level up. And that's how we're going to create what I feel is going to be the best organization ever created in the home-based business industry. So there's several other things that I was going to talk about. I'm not sure. I probably should have made a list. I'm never one that makes a list or has a script. I just kind of, go and tell the information. But a lot of really cool things are in the works. So we talked about the customer acquisition program. We talked about the website. We talked about the phone apps, the non-negotiable app, all of those types of things. And there's so much more that we're putting together and working on. Get rich, give back. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of what we're doing here. And again, it's only been 2 months. I think for the next 2 months, you're not even going to recognize the company that we started with, because the things that we're putting together are going to get that much better. So with that, I probably left some things out that I was going to cover. Travis, if there's anything that you wanted me to cover that I didn't, remind me, but I'll go ahead and turn it over to you so that you can go over the non-negotiables, the book of all the other things that we had discussed.
Well, I'll go just kind of quick. And I did have a list, and I was crossing off as you went. And Dan, you covered everything. You did leave one thing out, and that's the NFTs. What are we doing with the NFT?
Yeah. So what we decided to do with the NFTs, not because I don't like them, not because I don't think there's value there. There's been too much confusion. We wanted to do the NFTs to create excitement, to teach people a new skill. Everything with Against All Odds was all about leveling up and learning new things of the direction we think the world might be going in. And I do think that people should learn how to set up a wallet and get an NFT and those types of things. But we're going to drop it. It doesn't make any sense. It's expensive. We're funding every single one of those wallets so that you can mint those and paying the developers and doing all of those things. And we didn't want to do one thing that slows people down, upsets people, creates confusion. We wanted to have something that people were excited about, people learned a new skill, people loved, and hey, we win and we learn. That was a learning experience.
And Dan,
I wish that it was a winning experience, but it wasn't. And so we're just going to drop the NFTs altogether. We're not going to let some people say, hey, why don't you
keep profit sharing? We're still going to do the profit sharing, which the whole purpose was to.
Also, I want to be clear, just so that we don't have any incorrect names. Profit sharing, some people have thought, may not be the correct term. It really is more of like a loyalty pool. So we're going to start in November, so this month. So everybody that's heard about it, if you missed an order or something like that, you had some people that came in August or September, and they were super excited, And then from, the direction that we were going or whatever, they started to get frustrated, or they missed an NFT, or they tried to set it up and computer didn't work. And so they decided to quit. That was not our intention. So if people have already been in and had an order and missed a month, starting in November is when we're going to start. Now, if you ordered in August and September and October, we're still going to count those 3 months. So you're still 3 months into your 36 months. But if you ordered in August, you didn't order in September, and you want the opportunity to go back to the people and say, hey, you can still share in the loyalty pool. We want loyal influencers that order month after month after month to get rewarded for that. And we're doing that by a share of the total volume of the company. Some people have said that maybe profit sharing is not the correct term. Literally, it kind of is profit sharing, because if we didn't give that to the people, it would be profit. So that sounds like profit sharing to me. But just to be clear, I think we're going to call it a loyalty pool, 36 months and 48 months and 60 months, 3 different pools that you can participate in just by ordering $49.95, no NFTs. Again, I know some people loved them, but it's just too difficult for us to maintain that. It's expensive for us to maintain it. It was very expensive for us to do it. But again, we win or we learn. I'll take that as a learning experience. That's it. So the NFTs will be going away. We're not going to continue to do it monthly. Loyalty pool is staying. People that missed an order, go back to them and say, hey, you can still, I'll tell you what, I hope that these loyalty pools are at a significant enough amount that you can go back to those people and say, do you realize that all you had to do is purchase one of the best products on the planet every single month, and you'd be making this every single month? I don't know if they will be. Half of me wants them to be big. The other half wants them to be tiny. Because if they're not big, that just means everybody stayed active. And so it's a win-win for us no matter what. But anyways, we really do think that people that are just loyal consumers should get rewarded for that loyalty, and that's what we're doing there. So people that were upset, people that feel like they missed out because of the NFTs, reach out to them and say, hey, that wasn't our intention. Our intention wasn't for people to give up this early on just because they couldn't figure out the process of the NFT. So NFTs going away.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Dan. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, Dan, awesome for that great news. A lot of people are saying, what about the NFTs I have? Well, you still have those NFTs. That's the great thing about an NFT. Once they're minted and they're on the blockchain. And who knows, we're going to listen to that side too and see what we can do down the road with the current NFTs we have. And maybe there's something going on in the future that we could do as well. Those
current NFTs, if we make this a massive brand like we're going to,
they're going to be so rare. Yeah,
they're going to be very rare. So yeah. I would hold on to them.
I would too. So that's what I kind of went. I saw that question pop up. Hey, everyone, I just want to say this. Obviously, I've seen a lot of comments coming up and down, and I would just want to express my gratitude for everyone that joined the call, because it shows that you care, shows that you showed up. One of the biggest things you can do in this industry is actually be present and actually lock in and able to, plug into what is going on. That's the biggest thing you can do. But I just want to reemphasize what Dan was saying, which is the biggest secret that I learned in this industry is that activity equals income. What that means is if you are always being active, if you are always creating activities, you will find income associated with those activities. And what we've done is we've created a lot of activities that focus on bringing that income. For example, the training Dan talked about, I'll go over that briefly, the new AI and the new QI and new AI training. I mean, if you want to learn about the greens, you're going to learn all about the greens, where the source, how, why is it relevant? Why is this product different than what you see on the market? How does this relate to your health? Why is nitric oxide important to you? The app, how to use the app. Why is the app important? How do you make money using the app? The invites that Dan talked about. What's the best way to prospect, et cetera, et cetera. To how do I use my back office? How do I set up my mass pay? These are all things that we know people get stuck on. And so the training, in addition to all the personal development, will also consist of those things as well, including what we think is the most important part of this, is the 5 non-negotiables. And Dan did talk a lot about that, about the 5 non-negotiables. And we do have that app. That's a version 1.0, but we have a 2.0 and a 3.0 down the road. And let me tell you, the reason why we're doing that is we understand that culture is the most important thing you can do in a company. Because when everyone bonds together with a single idea and a single motion, that's when the movement starts. And we want to create a company where there's a movement behind these 5 non-negotiables, where everyone that we touch is leveling up their lives in 5 different areas of their life. And then we have this book club that Dan talked about. Dan's picked out the book for December. We're reading Atomic Habits now. We also, Dan briefly touched about the podcast. You know, we've got a slew of people who we've talked with Dan and JC to do the Self-Made podcast, to just encourage you people to listen to just a common person who's made it and what their secrets are, to help you, give you some tips when you're having that rough day. And I will tell you this unequivocally and edify everything Dan said, which is the biggest thing you can do is to be mentally tough. It is the hardest thing to do. Everyone thinks it's this and that and this. It's not. It's about saying yes when you don't want to. It's about getting up when you don't want to get up. That is the secret to those that are successful. It's about doing it when you don't want to do it. And the 5 non-negotiable is built around this culture of when it gets hard, you continue to do it. But the best part about it is you're not doing it alone. We know that when you're accountable on the app and we can see what you're doing, you're going to get those things done, because we're going to hold you accountable to those. And that's why we know you're going to be successful, is because we're going to hold your feet to the fire and make sure that you're mentally tough, and make sure that when those rough days are happening, we're going to reach out to you and say, dude, what's going on? Let's make this happen. So a lot of things coming up. I'll just leave it on there and turn the time back over to JC. But I want to thank you all for joining the call here tonight. A lot of new stuff, a lot of great direction coming from the founders, JC and Dan, moving forward. I couldn't be more excited about that. JC, take it away.
Thank you so much, Travis. There you go, guys. You have it right there. We're super excited for where AAO is going, and especially because, like Travis was saying about commitment and about you have to be mentally tough. I think that everyone has to be committed to their goals. Everyone has to be committed to their dreams, and you have to change your wishes for your must. And I think that that's something really important that a lot of people don't do in order to be successful. And I think that right now here, us as a community, supporting each other, making our own negotiables, we're making that commitment to our goals, to our dreams. And then the only thing that we're doing so we can go ahead and start with that commitment, we're going to go ahead and finish with consistency. Because like you guys said, without commitment, I mean, we need commitment to start, and we need consistency to finish. So that's why I love all the vision of AAO. That's why we created this, because we know that by you guys doing this and by us portraying this and taking this to every single person, it's just going to be absolutely awesome. Everyone will be happy. Will be getting their freedom of the time. They will be achieving their goals. They will be doing everything that they need to do, because we only have one life, guys, and we need to go ahead and make sure that we have the best freaking life ever. So we're super excited for that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you guys. We'll be seeing you soon. So take care, and let's go, guys. Live without limits. Bye-bye.